Hello, welcome to Kitchen Sink. Today we're doing some kitchen sink stuff. Check it out. We have set up, well, I've set up 4 coke ovens. Very nice. These are actually, I don't know if they're cheaper than the actual correct Tech coke ovens, but they are like, they both cost similar things, clay and bricks and stuff. Except coke oven and Craig Tech Unity Edition unofficial, and I've been playing that recently on my own, is made with 5 sand and 3 clay, whereas these guys are made with 4 sand and 8 clay for each brick. So that's the difference between these two, and these you usually get like multiple bricks out of. So like, check this out. I believe you get multiple bricks. Let me see. Coke oven. Yes, you get 3 bricks out of this. So it'd be more like, well, you divide this recipe by 3 and then you have your answer. Not really, because you can't divide it by 3 unless you multiply it up a bit. But no, we're not gonna do that right now. We're not trying to do math. We're not trying to waste time. Here we are going to be making. Oh, I lost all of its progress. We are going to be making HCl salt. How does this work? I don't even know. It's stupid. But we need to make this machine here, which is the solenoid machine. You need a bunch of solenoids and stuff. And I've prepared the copper for this. So we'll smelt down this copper inside this guy here. I've also prepared a little bit of lead for the actual plating. I do not know if it will be enough. I hope it is. I have osmium as well. But we'll smelt that up. And I need to upgrade this guy to a smelting factory at some point. But anyway, while we're waiting on that to smelt, we'll smelt all of this lead on its own. Probably. Oh, actually, you know what? Since we got more lead, or copper than lead, it will actually smelt the copper up on its own. Check this out. This guy can smelt all of this copper all at once. Well, now that I've made him better. Well, you see, the trick to making these guys super big is that you need to actually cast out cobblestone into bricks, or into seared stone, and then you can change the seared stone into stone bricks, and it looks nice. You don't have to use actual bricks. You can actually use seared stone if you want, but it matches this guy if you use the seared bricks. Check this out. He's even filled up this thing, and it's able to just keep going, constantly producing the stuff. Incredible that he doesn't even make it down to here before it actually melts down the first ones. And now they're finally melting down as well. So we'll constantly melt stuff. That's the great thing about having a huge capacity like this guy. Then to cast it out, we will just cast it out inside of these guys, and then boom, we have thermal foundation ingots instead of mechanism ingots. If you smelt it in the machine specific to the mod, usually it gives you the ingot from that mod. So like this guy's mechanism ingots. Oh, but he's also got lead ingots. But if you put it in the thing, it'll be thermal ingots. These are IC2 ingots. I prepared a bit of steel for future endeavors from the actual steel deco blocks. We actually do not have any of those anymore, so that's good. I went through all of them, scrapped them. I think we only have like beryllium and yeah, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio on this version, so you always will get the amount of steel that you mined out, like, you know. So every block is 1 steel ingot. It's actually broken, so, but I'm not gonna be using that a lot unless I head out and get it. I don't know. Because I'm probably not going to go out of my way to go get more steel from those places. I think I'll be good for now. But let's see here. We need to make this machine. We now have the solenoids. We need this machine chassis, which is made of steel, lead, lead, lead. We need more lead. That is the problem always, is lead, it seems like. Get that started up. Get that going. Do we have any lead in here? Yes. Thermal lead is what I will use. But thankfully we actually have what we need for this, which is tough alloy and 4 steel ingots. The tough alloy is now going to be coming in handy, because tough alloy is used in recipes for making for making nuclear craft stuff, and it is a very important item to have at this stage of the game when we're trying to make something from, you know, that mod, nuclear craft. So the next thing I need to make is the actual things like this. The annoying thing is the graphite, because we do not use manufactory for making graphite. We need to make it inside of a coking oven. which is a little bit annoying, but we'll be fine. Now I have to wait on this guy to get down to 3, and then I'll be able to split them up between all 3 of them. But for now, let's go ahead and grab. Also, if you like the wall, what do you think of the wall? It's treated with planks that have been turned into the packaged version, and then we have rubber wood for the actual logs. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this down below. I think it looks nice. I won't be here to respond to it though, probably. Let me see. Do we have the actual? Yes, we do. We have stuff for coal coke. Oh, there's even iron down here, but I'm not gonna even bother with this. I'm just going to make coal coke for now. Let's get out of here before we get coal lung. Actually, we can't. We can mine all of this, and it will be fine. Check this out. Boom. We're fine. We're perfectly fine. We need to make more graphite ingots, I think, though, which is going to be a fun experience. But I think we're good. So we have our coal. We're going to take this up, make it in graphite. These guys should basically be done with all of their stuff, except for this guy because he's not. But he will get started on the coal without the other guys to assist him. I just took out the logs, so I guess I'll keep those logs. I didn't need those logs anyway. It was 3 of them, so I could probably split it between all of them, but I honestly don't care enough to do that. Check out how much charcoal I've made so far. Lots of charcoal. The charcoal is useful. These logs, I'm going to actually need to turn all of these planks into the treated wood planks because, you see, we produce so much creosote now that I need either to produce a generator that disposes of creosote by burning it, or, you know, I need some way of turning this into something more useful, which does not exist in this version, or in this mod. So that is the problem. Here we go. Let's put in all 8 of those universal fluid cells, and as you can see, when I put these around these, I can now make that. And if I want to, I can now make the crates. Brilliant. And if I want to go get more, I'll need to chop down more trees. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm good on trees. Oh, our copper is done. We have 60 copper ingots. Perfect. This guy will be used for smelting stuff, probably. In the ingots. Which is fine. To be expected. Because he's such a big machine. Hold on, I'm not doing this smartest way possible. You see, you can actually make an entire block of coal coke all at once if you just shove in an entire block of this coal. Shoving in an entire block of coal must take forever, probably. I'm assuming that will take 10 years to do. But it makes an entire 5,000 millibuckets of the stuff, and it's ridiculous. These guys are about to be done as well. Holy crap, they also have a lot. Well, I think I'm going to put, for the second floor, I'm going to use a lot of the scaffolding for the actual floor. Check it out. This stuff is scaffolding, and it looks kind of nice. It has a different texture to this stuff, but I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it matches the wall kind of thing. I'm not too sure, but it's okay. So there's no normal wood scaffolding, which I would probably use. Well, actually, there it is with, what's it called? IC2. Maybe I'll try that. I am still waiting on the coal coke, probably. Yeah, this is that one, and this guy will be done soon. Honestly, the balance between volume and speed is probably very important. I think it takes just as long as to make one of these blocks of coal coke as it does to take that. Actually, you can make it in this guy as well. And it only gives you 2,500 creosote oil, which is not as good. But there's also this coking oven, which probably might be faster. I'm not too sure. I do not know how to build the IC2 coke oven. Coke kiln. Alright, so we should be able to now make this coal coke into graphite. And then we'll shred it up inside of the pulverizer to make it into graphite dust. We'll definitely need 2 of these for this burner press. This burner press allows us to bypass making the manufactory because it allows us to make graphite straight from coal coke, which is a way simpler process than, well, actually no, it isn't. It's just a different process that I do not want to make a manufactory for this process. So I just did not make manufactory. I just went around that by doing this process instead. I mean, it works. It works. I mean, that's the point of kitchen sink. If it works, you can do it. And if it doesn't work, then don't even think about it. And it even gives me the nuclear graphite dust, which I can now make this into basic plating. Advanced plating is made like with 2 of these guys per each one. So for every one of these, you need to add 2. There you go. There's the 2. That is 8. Actually, that's 4. But it costs it 8 tough alloy, which is why tough alloy is useful. It is very expensive to make tough alloy. I actually know it is not, but it is important to be making tough alloy. Now I should have all of the other things done as well. Where are they? Because I know we've made solenoid. Yes. But we have not made the actual thingy. I'll make another crafting station so I can actually do this. I will set this up over here. I think. Yes. I like this position. Okay. We should be able to make the actual cauldron we need for this. Is it a cauldron that needs? I believe it is. And this will make our machine. Check this out. Crystallizer. Precipitates solids from a solution. Let's check this. As you can see, crystallizer takes, I believe, water and it makes salt. Oh, it makes so much stuff. If you pump in 10,000 water, it will give you sodium chloride. So for every 10,000 water, this will give you a sodium chloride, which is able to be used inside of a mechanism machine. Right over, no, not in that guy, but in the machine, right. It doesn't even matter. But basically, you can shove in the sodium chlorides you produce into this machine here. So, we'll now have to set this process up. And how are we going to do this? We'll need a new infinite water source, probably. We'll just set it up right in front of here, because I feel like there's a good spot for it. So here's a crystallizer. Nice joke. It's time for us to make an infinite water source for this machine specifically. And I will disconnect this pipe here because it does not need oxygen. If it gets oxygen, then it's not going to work. But anyway, it needs water, so we need to supply that with water. There's actually an item that costs a diamond called the infinite water tank. We can make that for the actual water supply for this eventually. The problem I have with this is that the actual water supply for this needs to be... basically, I do not have the supplies to make the water supply. I do not have diamonds. Because I do not have diamonds, I cannot make it. So I cannot make that happen. So I will have to just ignore that for now. And then I'll just have to go with it as is. It should actually pipe in water for this, I think. So that will do the trick. But this guy is now making salt. Or should be making salt. He's very slowly making salt. And that is kind of a problem, but not really. Because, you know, my plan for this guy is to actually have him set up so he just generates salt constantly. And it takes forever for him to generate salt. But that is fine because, well, I could upgrade him to make him go faster. I'm not gonna. And I'm also going to go ahead and set up... actually, what do the upgrades do in this guy? I think they do actually make him go way faster. But anyway, he's got his first salt. I'm just going to make him stockpile the salts and then put them up here. Essentially, we now have a very slow method of producing infinite salt, but it is a stable method of producing infinite salt, and it does not cost 6,000 copper to make this happen. And this is actually a fabulous method of doing this. Now, let's take a look at some upgrades, because upgrades might be actually worth an investment in. Let's see about these, if they are even worth investing. As you can see, we need 2 iron for this one, 4 lapis, and this will shift to, it will increase the power costs. Speed will increase linearly with each upgrade, while the power will increase quadratically. Okay, so they will be, these upgrades can be stacked, but a maximum number that will have an effect is so power use will decrease linearly with each additional upgrade. Okay. So if it's increasing quadratically, you'll need an exponentially larger amount of these guys than these guys. However, these guys are made with, pulverized obsidian, quartz powder. We do not have the quartz powder. Let's go to Nether today, because I have the obsidian to do this. We'll make 2 of them because I have lapis. Make 2 of the speed upgrades because, I mean, I do not see much cost in making such a cheap upgrade for this. These are actually very cheap, so I mean, as long as it increases the speed and does not have to run constantly, will be nice. And as you can see, it is increasing the cost and energy consumption. Yes, drastically increase. Okay. One of them is good enough, but two of them could be good. Right, so that will be enough speed for me today. And it has enough time to recover all of its energy that it lost. Well, will it be able to keep up with it when it has two? I think it will. So right now I'm building the nether portal for the actual setup. Or actually so we can go to the nether. This will be awesome. We'll be able to do stuff there, I think. Get some new materials. It's a dangerous place though because it is radioactive. So we'll have to spend a little time there to get our quartz and then we'll come back out and then hopefully be fine. Pulverize up some of these. I will pulverize up 12 of these because that will give us the actual power saving this that I would like. Or, no, it's only equal to the amount that it has, so this can only achieve barely any on the actual energy reduction, so it will never ever be capable of handling all of the energy that it costs whenever you have a bunch of upgrades on there. So you can only have an equal amount of these to these, or these to these, basically. Which is kind of dumb, but it is how it is. So I guess that is what we have to do. And our first coal coke blocks are done.